Hey guys, back with another Pickups video. I know it's been a while, but there was just a lot of things personally I had to take care of that I will talk about probably in the blog channel later on down the road. But right now, I want to talk about some of the cool pickups I made recently. I actually most of the time I was gone, I really didn't pick anything up till the last couple of weeks. And the first thing I got was actually a surprise by my wife. It is a PlayStation 1 game, Thunder Force 5 Perfect System. I ever played the Thunder Force games. They are a bullet hell shooter. Again, I love shooters, so this is a really fun game. Again, it's a working design game. If you've never seen it before, it is a really, really cool game. But also, of course, the receipt's still inside. Really hard game. So the next game I also got was a surprise and a tough choice, because we were at a local store, my wife, we were at the video games where I always go every time we go into a store. Gotta look at the video games. And she said, pick out a game that you want. Well, first she went, what two games do you want? And I went, okay, Transformers Fall of Cybertron and Madden 13, because I liked some of the changes they made, and I haven't played a Madden game in a long time. And I ultimately chose Madden 13 for one reason. I could play this game in front of my son and my wife. A little story for those who don't know. Madden 99 and 2000, my wife played those games a lot. And it was a funny story because she always used to pick on me about how when I play football games I'd get upset and I would let a curse word out every once in a while. You know, they get a cheap play in the game or something and you get upset and you know, those blah blah blah, I hate that team. She'd be like, it's just a game. Well, one day I went to laundromat when we were living in a place where we had no moisture and dryer. And I come back, because I set the game up for her, and she's cursing. And I never let her forget it since then. And she was really addicted to that game for about a couple of years. And so, you know, I decided, I said, if I get this, will you play it? She said, yeah. So I picked up. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Quite honestly, the one thing they did fix in this game was they fixed how you used to be able to just bomb the long pass and the guy would catch it. Well, if you don't throw it right, you're going to get intercepted every time. So, but again, it's a much different game. You get experience between each games, so your player gains money between each game, and you spend that money to upgrade your skills. So, really, really, actually enjoying this game. Much better than I thought it would be. Really good game. So, today I went to my local Mega Replay. Just looking around, you know what? I'm not looking for big games. I'm looking for cheaper games that I enjoyed that I hadn't found in my that I don't have in my collection. And this first game, I didn't think it'd be $2, but it was. And it's again, Shining Force 2, Landstalkers, and this game are RPGs that always stick out on me on the Genesis because I loved them. And that was Shining in the Darkness. Now, unfortunately, this Primetime Video sticker is old, and if I try to take it off, I'm pretty sure I'm going to ruin the sticker. No, that's alright. So, Shining in the Darkness. Really loved it. This is like, you know, like Shining Force 2, kind of anime, cartoon-like RPG. Anyway, really enjoyed it. Now, the next one's a game I never played before on the Super Nintendo, and I picked it up just because it was a pinball game. And that is Super Pinball Behind the Mask. And on the front it has, what is it? It has Wizard, Jolly Joker, and something Cave on the front. So, pretty interesting to play this pinball game. Love pinball games. And then the last game I got is for the NES. It is a memorable game. Love the arcade game a lot. Played it a lot. And this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. This game, even though like it wasn't perfect to the arcade game, I had lots of fun with this game. When I didn't have I didn't have a lot of games to rent, or there was no new game coming out for the NES, I would always this is one of the games I'd rent again just to go back to. Really like this game. It's a lot of fun. Now let's get to the cool thing I picked up. So this Sunday in Clinton, Illinois, there's every year they have what they call the Apple and Pork Fest, where of course they have food and they have, you know, people set up shops and stuff, you know, like all festivals do. And we were there just looking around. Wasn't looking for anything in particular. I was actually amazed there was actually a booth with video games, even though they were all sport games from the NES, Genesis, PlayStation 1. But at least they were, you know, they were at least priced $1. They weren't overcharging. But I'd had most of them. I wasn't interested. But this booth also had a bunch of old stuff, like Happy Days board game, the $6 Million Man board game, if you've ever seen that. They also had old 80s trading cards like Tron and stuff for $1 a piece per card. What blew me away about the cards, though, they had the E.T. cards, right, from the E.T. set from the movie. They were asking $16 a individual card. I about, you know, had a heart attack when I saw that, but what I did get was actually a record, an album. One of my favorite movies that I watched a lot during the 80s growing up, and that was none other than Disney's The Black Hole. I absolutely loved this movie as a kid. You know, this movie, Tron, Star Wars, Last Starfighter, these movies I absolutely loved during the 80s. And this is an awesome movie. Absolutely love. I saw this album, I had to get it. I didn't care that it cost me $12. Inside there's also a 12-page full cover souvenir photo album. But I'm really glad to get this. Can't wait to put it in the record player and play it. Really awesome. The only other one I almost picked up was they had Superman 2 the movie. Another movie I actually enjoyed during the 80s. And my last pickup was a movie I saw this summer. Pretty sure a lot of people saw this movie, or a lot of people out there watching saw this movie, and that was The Avengers. Tonight I'm actually going to watch this with my wife, because she's never seen this. So, again, being a kid who had comic books in the 80s and 90s, and even some today, this is what I dreamed of in a comic book movie when you did a team up. This was just simply a fun, action-packed movie. It's just an awesome movie. If you've not seen it, you need to see this movie. It is a great, great movie. So guys, that's all my pickups for now. Last things for you guys. This Friday, the next YouTube Game Community is coming out. A lot of channels have moved around. I got to talk about a couple other things. And so I'll see you guys for that video. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching.